Hello everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector75. Welcome to, I believe, my first Robotmasters review for quite some time actually, and I think the only Robotmasters I've ever done previously was the Robotmasters Victory Saber, which I'm going to do again at some point. So I think this is the second figure, no, third figure actually. No, I remembered one other I've done. But I'm going to do him again as well. But this is Robotmasters number 12, and this is G1 STARSCREAM. Now, this is the box they came in. It was a Japanese exclusive. And I believe the Robotmasters from this Japanese line was kind of like a Japanese, if I just angle my camera up ever so slightly, you can see the nice, glorious artwork. It was kind of like a Japanese classics universe line. Because we had Optimus Prime here, but we also had Beast Wars, Megatron, G1 STARSCREAM, a few other characters I've never heard, repaints of various figures, and a few all new moulds thrown in for some new figures, like I believe Optimus Primal here was a completely new mould, same with Megatron, or STARSCREAM obviously, and Convoy, or Optimus Prime as you will, was actually an almost weird downscaled Masterpiece 1, MP1 rather, Optimus Prime, and it was kind of cool. I'm going to review that one as well. But this is STARSCREAM. Now, this is the first all-new STARSCREAM mould that we got. I cannot remember the year this came out, and it might actually say, I can't remember. It's quite a while ago now. It was early 2000s. I can't see a year on there. It's all in Japanese as well, so that don't help. I tried one of those translation apps, but it didn't work too well on Japanese, right? And it works all right on like say Spanish or whatever, but on Japanese it weren't too well. It did come up with some odd stuff, so yeah, it didn't work too well. But and I think these are give or take, I don't know, 2005, 2003-ish, I'm not totally sure. But you know, it was quite a good line. It's a shame it only lasted for 25 figures, and a few of those was, I think the last ones were Thundercracker and STARSCREAM, which were repaints of this figure, which I did used to have, and I do now regret selling them. I did sell them because I don't really like this figure a lot. I was thinking of selling STARSCREAM, but I didn't. I'm so glad I didn't, because I actually like the Robotmasters line. Just had a few dodgy figures, but this, when it first came out, was actually pretty good. It's just that it's been shown up so much by the later classics universe STARSCREAM, which has been used to death, but because it's such a great mould and was such a vast improvement over this one. But we'll come to that in a minute. So this is his F-15 Strike Eagle mode. Now, I actually like this plane, but there's one thing I really do not like about it. I do not know why they've given him like a swept downwards nose rather than a straight on nose. It really looks weird with the cockpit like that, and for me it just feels weird trying to play with it like that. Other than that, it looks pretty cool. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It could have done with some paint apps maybe, or some stickers on the wings and everything. But other than that, it's quite a good representation of STARSCREAM. Right, so let's transform it. Oh, he does have some landing gear. That's pretty cool. Better than the classics one, so that's what he's got one up there already. So we're going to take these weapons off. And it's got quite a sort of same transformation as the classics one. We're just going to rotate those feet out. Disconnect those legs, sorry, the wings from the legs even. Just rotate those up slightly. Then with these legs, now I had trouble getting these in the other day, so hopefully they'll just extend a bit more easy than that. There we go. And then we're just going to rotate this. I do like the feet because it is giving it that classic G1 look, rather than the classics which sort of all fold up together. So we've got him there. Now then we're going to bring this down, and now the arms fold out amazingly like the G1, which obviously the classics do something slightly different. Actually I'm going to bring them down, pretty easier to get those arms out. But unfortunately, because they're trying to homage, I do like that word, the old G1 toy, it sort of lets it down slightly. Which way does this go? Does that go through there? I can't remember how this goes now. No, hold on. I'll figure it out in a minute. It's not going that way, is it? I'm sure that bend there. It bends there, right? That rotates around, I believe. Right, so let's have a look. That should end up there. that comes all the way through. Maybe that fits in like that, maybe. No, I'm sure I don't do that. There we go. It's a bit strange. It's because I haven't done it for so long. And the same peg which pegged the little cockpit onto the front of the nose cone actually now pegs into his waist. So it holds that there pretty nicely. Look at that. They could have even done the cone heads, because you can leave it like that, which would be pretty cool, but they never did. And then it just rotates around to the back. And then we bring the arms forward. Rotate these around. They are a bit annoying actually, these arms. And they're very, very skinny. Rotate them around like so, and then bring his wings up to the back like so. And there we have Starscream. Now he is a bit odd looking. Bits hit each other unfortunately, but you can put the wing guns on his arms. They do give him a slightly better look, but not much. Let's take those in there. And there we have Starscream. Now his head is on a ball joint, so you can look around. But you're not going to get a lot of articulation out the legs. They don't bend at the knee or nothing, and they are severely limited there at the upper waist. Yeah, and I always feel that with this toy they were trying to copy the CGI animation model from Beast Wars, which he did appear in for one episode. I mean, he's okay. You're getting to get a good bit of articulation on him, but he's just slightly awkward and a bit clumsy. Let me bring on this guy, and we'll transform this guy ever so quickly. Right, so I've transformed him, and the first thing you'll notice, obviously, this guy is much bigger. Now, this, I know it's a knockoff one, but it is exactly the same size as the original first Classics Starscream mould. So you can see that he's quite a bigger fella. He's got much more better proportioned arms and everything like that. So he's an all-round better figure. I mean, he's got this little bit of nose cone kibble on the back. That wing always likes to fall down. But as a figure, he's a lot better. And now he comes with some proper knee joints and everything. So you can get a little bit more articulation out of him. But this guy is just, like I say, he's just a little, I mean, he's very animation looking. I mean, he's okay as a little figure. But, you know, I mean, but then again, the reason why I actually like this and want to keep this now is because I bought this. This is my Galvontron, whatever his name is, oversized DX, not whatever he is, I can't remember, but hopefully he will scale pretty well there with Starscream, and he looks okay at the moment. So let's transform him out and see if he does scale with my. He will scale with my Robotmasters figures. I'm hoping he will. I haven't actually got him out to actually look to see if he scales pretty good, but I think he should be sort of in line, kind of. Hoping. Let's get rid of that. Rotate him around there. I fold this all the way down. Bring these down. Like so, I do like this Galvatron figure. It's actually pretty cool. Rotates around. Get his little gun on his arm. And now let's put him up against Starscream and see how he fares. And he is, look at that, he is absolutely perfect. He stands shoulder to shoulder with Starscream there. And so I think he's actually pretty cool once you can get him to stand up. And then Starscream here, he looks a bit strange, but he's a bit old and a bit archaic now. But that's what's good about so many different lines. All this different kind of stuff. I just love them. And love going back through these old lines and everything. Because you can see that what we thought were brilliant when they first come out, these days they do look a little dodgy. But with it, they are very quaint and still very relevant. Certainly not the best figure from the line, but certainly not the worst. Was there a worse one? No, they're all pretty cool, as far as I remember. He just suffered a little bit from being the first attempt, really. But he's still pretty cool. Right, so this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I shall see you all next time with another Robotmasters review. Feel free to comment, rate, subscribe, give it a big thumbs up. And also, if you want to support my channel, you can by using the little coffee link below. Right, I shall see you all next time. Bye for now. Look at that. You always end up forgetting something, don't you? Well, I do. I forgot he actually comes with these little chromed little chest rockets like he had in some of the old animation, so you can close them up like that. And oh my god, if I'm not dropping them on the table somewhere, you can attach them. They just fit snugly into there like that, and then you put the other one here, and they just sort of clip in. And then you can pretend that he's got those little sort of like opening up. This one don't want to stay in though, does it? No, that one really don't want to stay in. But you can pretend that he's got those little rocket launcher pod things, which he used in one episode, I think, of the animation. You know, they're very shiny. They don't really go with the figure, to be honest. And I think it's one of those unfortunate throwaway gimmicks, really. They did a better job on the old masterpiece, didn't they? Right, so anyway, so I'm going to take those off. Right, there we go. This really is the end of the video this time. Thanks for watching. Thank you.